Well, huh, it's me, HydeYourHomie. Allow me to switch this to a new blank canvas. Because now we're entering a whole new world. So, I put up a little... What? Okay. I put up a poll on Instagram, and the votes were very even. But the two that ended up winning were funny guy art and D&D art. So that's what I'm doing today. Perhaps a combination of both. Maybe I'll get bored with one of them and just start doing the other. Hello, Elias. How are you doing today? There it is. Almost couldn't find my stylus. Give me a second. I just gotta pull this up on my phone so I can read the chat. We'll get to work. I got a knife, also painting. That's a good idea. I've been thinking about, well, I really like line art and stuff. I like the really cartoony look, but painting's also pretty fun. I have a hard time getting like form in my painting. It kind of just seems like a bunch of blobs. Sorry, I'm drinking a redacted. Dr. Redacted. Sponsored. Alright. So, shit, I was also gonna like do some stuff on my phone. I haven't painted, rendered in forever. I don't think I've actually fully rendered something in fucking forever. I want to get some... Oh, jeez. I'm wanting to get some references up on my phone, but that's how I read the fucking chat. Here it is. I want to do some cool fucking pose. But I'm gonna need a reference because it's been a fucking fat minute. That's a good point. I do like profit. I think I'm just gonna draw a guy eating a burger. But not just any guy. I want this to be as dramatized as possible. Let's put a hand here. Let's put a hand here. Big old juicy burger. This guy is gonna be fucking ripped. As most D&D characters are. They're fucking jacked. So how is everybody? How are we all doing today? Anybody have any request that is D&D related and or funny guy related? This is looking horrifying. How do I make this D&D like? It's okay, we could always start something new. But this is a good start so that there's something happening. This is just to get the plot moving. Don't worry, guys. It's just a little bit of filler. And maybe it might be so good that we make it canon. Mayhaps. I do have some, like, I was gonna draw like really cool pictures of like if the vote mostly went to D&D, I would have like designed some really cool designs for like an old campaign I was in that I really liked. But the vote was equally funny guy. And you gotta try to give the people what they want. So I don't know. This guy's gonna have the smallest waist. Some meaty thighs. I don't know why it's always like a really go-to for me to always have someone like just standing like a crab. If I don't know where to put their legs, they're always just standing like a crab. Hi. Um, these legs are a little uneven. Let's give him some Goku hair. He's gonna be like someone's Dragon Ball fan creation for D&D. Let's give him wings. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Let's get our blues in, all right? I think this pen is too thick. Much like the character I'm drawing. Sans can exist in D&D. They just won't be as powerful. Although I'd say D&D is a stronger universe. Don't say that. Do you know how many Goku fanboys could be listening right now? We'd fucking die. That's one of my favorite things is like people always go from this, they're like, yeah, but he could totally beat him. And he's like, well, actually, their universes are probably very different, so probably not. They probably won't be able to. Especially if they're coming from like a different universe into this person's universe, then yeah, like if anybody goes into the One Punch Man world, then yeah, One Punch Man's gonna beat him because that's the rule of the world is he beats everybody in a punch. If he didn't, he'd get what he want. That's the humor of it. Yeah, I've never actually gotten to D&D till level 20, but I have read some shit, and it does get fucking wild. Like, people can turn into actual angels. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with this hand. Oh, yeah. Hi! I'm drawing D&D things, I think. I just drew this crazy guy eating a burger, and now I'm trying to find out how I can make it more D&D. Because of them votes. Because I believe in democracy. Crazy 24 pack. This guy is fucking jacked. I don't think this guy's got enough of it. No, I'm not even gonna fucking say it. I was gonna say I don't think this guy has enough of a dumpy, but that would be immature, so I won't say that. Instead, I'm going to. It's the granny. Ooh, yes. I don't know why I gave him wings. I could have really made this super simple. There we go. Looks just like an elf. Giant cheeseburger mimic. Okay. This feels so like off from my normal style. This is like really just me just vomiting on a canvas right now. Mm. What kind of shoes should I give him? Let's flip it. You know what? Whatever. It works. Hey, whoa. I will not tolerate this hateful speech in my chat. Um, what should I do? What should I do? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Bomb Joe Schmack. People equally voted for funny guy art. So I don't know. I'm just really kind of just making whatever. You know what? I think I'm done with this one. I'm just gonna start a new one. Draw some booties. Get out of here, you. All right. All right. I think to make something actually kind of funny, I need to draw. I'm gonna draw big old cool guy. It's gonna be a big cool guy. Right next to a kind of silly guy. See, here's a big cool guy. See him go? Look how big and cool he is. He's gonna be stepping up on a rock for some reason. See that? He's got a rock. And there's gonna be a little guy. So this is my plan for this drawing. And I'm James. And I'm Southern. This guy's arm's a little too fucking short. Hold on. Paper. Big meaty claws. Alright. So we all get the plan, right? This is the plan. Alright. But what should be the big cool guy? What should be the big cool guy? You know what? I'm gonna see if I can make a cool piece first. And if I can't, sucks to suck. So let's do. Just do. I'm gonna be away from the chat for a little bit, but I'm gonna look for a cool pose. I really like this one, but I want to find the better, more zoomed in picture. But there's this really cool account that I follow on Instagram that has a lot of really cool poses on it. They're called like Master of the Anatomy, and they got all this stuff, and it's meant to be like a draw in your own style kind of thing. And it's super cool. Just don't trace over it. Don't do it. Well, I don't think they are really counting on that, but just use them as a reference. You got it? I'm looking at you, Justine. I'm just fucking with you. Right. None of these are working. Where are the good poses for all these cool guys? It's got a lot of really cool people fighting. You know what? Let's fucking do one of them. Just gonna try to get the general shape. I'm a little self-conscious. Don't look at this part, alright? Everybody just go do your thing for a little bit. Let me get this pose figured out. Shit. Oh. Okay. Why isn't this fucking working? What the fuck is happening? Did my fucking pen just die? I think my pen just fucking died. Oh, I'm gonna stab a baby. Alright, hold on. Give me a second. Son of a butt, Smith. I wish I got a warning. Can somebody tell me where fucking quadruple A batteries came from? And why the fuck they are used in all of the pens? I couldn't fucking find them anywhere when I needed them one time. I don't hate babies, alright? It's just sometimes when you feel so passionately about something, you just have to say something weird. You're right. You're right. There we go. Yes. I think we're getting somewhere. Just a little bit. Nope. We're losing it. We're losing them, Doctor. Oh, fuck. No. Shit. No. Fuck. No more references. I'm done. Back to funny. All right. Let's just fucking do it. All right. I'm just gonna fucking do it. I am not a quitter. Fucking moderators ban him. Give him a ban. I don't have moderators. Just gonna make the beefiest man. I'm gonna draw another nickel nips. You know what? I feel like drawing nickel nips right now. That's what I'm gonna fucking do. It's nickel nip time, alright? For those who don't know what nickel nips is, you're about to get educated. You're about to get fucking educated. It's from my favorite comic, Nickel Nips and Crouton. I'm drawing one of those like fucking. There's like a fighting anime where their waists are like ridiculously small, and their like muscles are ridiculously huge, so they look completely weird in comparison. I don't think this captures it entirely though. All right, I like where this is going. Nickel Nips is gonna be a monk. Um, Way of the. I've never played with monks before. All I know is they do them punchems. Monks do them punchems. It's just the natural order. uh, this is great. I like this. So glad we're all here to experience this. This looks like an Ed, Ed, and Hetty. Yeah. There we go. Color should he be? You know, I'm thinking Nickel Nips is I'm thinking Nickel Nips is actually a tiefling. Oh, I'll give Crouton some pretty eyelashes. You guys will see who Crouton is. Don't worry. All right. Since he's a tiefling, I'm gonna give him like really red skin. I'm just gonna. Don't worry. This is on a different layer. Just gonna fill in this area. There we go. And then I'm just gonna like shade it. I'm trying something weird here. What color should his underwear be? I'm thinking baby blue. All right. Sounds good. All right. Oh yeah, Nickel Nips fucking his Nickel Nips. Why didn't I fucking think about that? Oh, I did that in the wrong. I want this one to be less. All right. It's time to get some form on this baby. No. He's not a baby. All right? Don't fucking press your kinks on here. No, wrong brush. Fuck. You do as I please. I would not stab a baby. It was just a spur of the moment. It was in the heat of passion that I said that. Otherwise, I would not. It's not who I am. I don't stab babies. All right? Sure, they're my arch nemesis. But I learned to live past it. No, I did not. I did not stab them. I did not. If you guys want to try to take me to court over this baby stabbing business, go ahead. I've got some pretty good lawyers. And they know that I don't stab babies and let people find out. So there is no way you guys would know about it if I did theoretically stab a baby. Alright? No one would know. I'm too good. I cover up my tracks. Okay. We'll see how long this fucking nickel nips takes, though. I might throw a crouton in. We'll see. Alright. So I'm doing like a weird paint line hybrid. So I'm going to do this painting right now, and I'm going to try to shade while I'm painting. And then I'm going to do the lines around it. And then I'm going to do some like cross hatching too. The edge? Like edgy, or is that like the edge of the world? It's probably edgy. Alright. Yeah, let's do some like rougher lines. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's too late. I'm getting too entranced by these nickel nips. Somebody talk to me. Say anything. Anything. All right. We're really getting somewhere here, folks. I'm real proud of what we're making right now. If only my dad could see this. 5 cents. There we go. Check it. Something like I've always wondered, maybe I should drop my day job and just become a full-time artist. Who wouldn't pay to see this? People would give me real dinero for this shit. Look at this. It's fucking beautiful. What did it just say? I don't think this had words in it. The only one? What the fuck? He's like really flexing this other thigh. Give him baby doll head knees like mine. What? The fuck? What did you just say? Oops. Fuck. There we go. Oh shit. Probably be better if I do the lighter red. There we go. You know what I'm thinking about? There's like a video of this kid, and I don't know who's doing it, but they're like helping him like spin a basketball on their finger. And then kid gets all excited. He goes, "I did it!" And the guy goes, "Yeah!" And then the kid just punches him in the dick for like no fucking reason. Oh, it's hilarious. I keep thinking about it. And I keep on thinking about that one dad that gets like punched a million times by his baby. Oh, kids are awesome. I definitely want to stab a baby. This is actually turning out kind of decent. Should I do serious crouton or should I do just normal crouton? I like this new style of coloring that I just did. It was actually kind of enjoyable to do. There was like other like coloring on other things. It seems so daunting that I just don't do it. I just kind of leave it on like the flats. Doing it in like kind of a painting way is actually kind of fun. Knuckle Nips is looking pretty yummy right now. What do we say? Do we just like shade a little bit more with the painting, or should we do some like some cross hatching? I'm just thinking cross hatching because the first time I did them, I clipped. What do you mean? What are you talking about? Tell me what you clipped. You son of a bitch! Give me my foreskin back. I'm just fucking with you. Actually, just so I don't have to clean up the edges again, I am just going to do one of these. Can you? Oh, fuck. And then I'm going to reverse it. No! There. Cross hatching. Are you sure about that, though? Is that what we really want? Is that what the audience really wants? Because I'm kind of liking this painty look. I don't know if cross hatching will work too well with it. Yeah, I'll do it on like a different layer. We'll see how it goes. But first, I'm just gonna clean up this paint just a little bit. Excuse me. No, I don't want this white. Let's do some highlights. want them to be shiny. I think I've succeeded. It's like an apple. He makes me think of Red Hulk. Just kinda. Because he's red and he's buff. I think that's it. I think that's where the similarities end. Oh yeah, let's do this on a different layer. I mean, this kind of works, I guess. I shouldn't have doubted you. Holy scallop! Yo. I'll put that on the stream. My friend Justine just sent me a picture. It looks just like it. Holy shit. Hold on. This is fucking hilarious. Oh, this is gonna take me a couple seconds. Oh, great. He's naked. Oh my gosh. Fuck. There we go. Is there any way I can... Probably gonna have to... What? I gotta fucking flip on my keyboard real quick. God damn it. Oh, this is good. Yeah, but can he beat Goku, though? I believe this guy could possibly defeat Goku. Look at his face. This guy ain't thinking of nothing at all. He could definitely master Ultra Instinct. All he relies on is Ultra Instinct. It's all he knows. He lost a fingernail in the war. Hold on, I haven't been able to see chat. Did he beat Zeno, though? That is a good question. I think if you give him time to prep, he could beat anybody. Could you imagine if some higher power gave me the tools to learn to be able to create images with my hands? Do you think they thought I would, like, inspire the world or something and, I don't know, make something beautiful one day? Or did they think I would actually abuse my powers to make something like this? Which is the reality that we live in. Though my powers aren't infinite like some, they are rather great, and I am abusing them. Sorry, not sorry. Try about it. Yeah. I didn't even think about the coins and the Mr. Krabs. This is Mr. Krabs' like firstborn son. He was too powerful and he broke too much shit, so it costed too much money, so he had to kick him out. and he only became more powerful. I know this meme is dead, but I kind of want to take that audio where he's all like, "There's something steps to grief, but you forgot one more, revenge." It's just this buff devil guy with fucking coins for nipples. This feels so comic book. This feels like something I would see in like a fucking Marvel comic for some reason. Oh yeah, he could beat Thanos. He'd go for the head of the penis. Rip it right off. Thanos won't do shit. I don't think I'm actually gonna make this a comic, but I think in Gleep Glorp Fossil Fuel and Barbara, I'm definitely gonna have some comics in the background that are called Nickel Nips and Crouton, and it will have this glorious man on it. Time to draw his sidekick, Crouton. I remember the joke with Crouton when me and the people who came up with Nickel Nips came up with it. I'm just gonna do something darker so we can. Yo, what the fuck? What's with all these fucking splotches? Why does it look like he's radiating with like so much power? This wasn't even on purpose. What the fuck is this? He's so fucking powerful. Why is he so fucking powerful? No, Crouton already has a design. Dude, I love that the fucking outline on this fucked up and it made him look like he's got like real fucking like radiant energy coming fucking off of him. This is fucking awesome. Holy shit. This is amazing. I love this. No! I accidentally fucking filled up the whole page. All right. Time to work on Crouton. All right. I gotta draw Crouton a little higher. By the way, Crouton's only capable of saying the word crouton. He's also got baby legs. Let me pull up a crouton reference. Hold on. Ah! Crouton actually does kind of look like fucking SpongeBob, just a little. That's literally SpongeBob. His body looks too proportional with his head. I think I'm gonna give Crouton angel wings. And I'm gonna like put them up here. They're the dynamic. Oh, by the way, this is a Asmar Rogue. This is how it's D&D. Um Nah, he's cool. That's Crouton. All right, let's get some color in him. He's an Azamar, so he should have like lighter blue skin. Fuck. There we go. Bigger brush. Let's do the same thing as we did before. Big old blotch. I like that he actually has like baby shoes. It's keeping to his original design. Back when he was released with Spider-Man, back in like 1984, I think. Crouton showed up and he had baby shoes on, and it's really cool that they're integrating such like, you know, they're really keeping true to the original comics and bringing back the baby shoes. It's really cool. The wings. This is a reference to when he featured with Batman, and he like Batman was in hell, and Crouton flew down and like saved him so that he could save Gotham again. But Crouton is actually kind of Crouton's more of an anti-hero. He really likes stabbing people like a lot. People try to get him to stop. He's got like darker wings too, because he actually was like he was one of the disciples of Satan before Satan became a devil, so he fell too. And yeah, but you know, he's like ambivalent. It's amazing how the writer, he only says crouton, but the writer like puts it in with like so much emotion. It's really good. Who the fuck is Asmodeus? He's actually he was actually Sorcerer Supreme before Doctor Strange was. So, you know, like before, he actually taught him everything. It was really cool. A lot of people don't talk about it for some reason. He's like a big part of comic history. He talked like Colonel Sanders. Crouton goes like back and forth from I'm gonna give him like completely yellow eyes or orange. That's for some reason kind of funny to me. Forgot to give him eyebrows. That's okay. All right, it's time to get fucking serious. No more messing around. This is not a joking matter. This is crouton. Fuck, I've started drawing on the wrong layer. Damn it! No! All right, there we go. I actually really do have references for these guys. I drew them while I was at work one day and I was like super fucking bored. I would tell you the origin of it, but it does involve someone's last name, so I'm not gonna do that. Let's just say it just somehow led to Nickel Nips. And then we thought of that was such a funny like superhero name. And we're like, who's his sidekick? And I was like, me, Crouton. And at first, Crouton was just gonna be me and like in my like security uniform, but all I could say was Crouton. And whenever I got into superhero fights, like no one saw what happened, but somehow I always won. And all I could say was Crouton. And then someone else drew this baby monster, and then I went, hey, why y'all drawing me in here? And then we thought it was funny, so we named him Crouton. We like to have fun here. This does seem like a show Adult Swim would pick up. And it does seem like a show that would do horribly on Adult Swim, because no one's going to want to watch this ugly baby monster float around with his big buff devil friend. You know, Christianity was actually based off Crouton. Yeah, that was a whole like legal thing. I'm not even gonna really get into it too much. It was just like, it was really, really frustrating uh time of my life. Because I really thought I was gonna lose the rights to these beautiful characters. Um, well, we ended up coming out on top. No one ever talks about it though, but it's all right. I still get to be here making crouton with you guys, and that's really all I could ask for. Yeah, one time Obama, he wanted to like sponsor Crouton and Nickel Nips anime, but I told him I didn't think the world was ready enough for them. But you know what? After all these trials and tribulations, I feel like you all have matured a lot, and I think you're ready for some Crouton and Nickel Nips. Oh, Nickel Nips and Crouton. Sorry. At first, Crouton was the main character. Um, when I first wrote the story. But I thought about it a lot, and it, the the lore behind Crouton's story would just be too much. So I made it more about Nickel Nips. Um, Not to say that Nickel Nips isn't like, isn't complex or anything. But he feels much more like relatable, um, than Crouton. As we all know, it's really hard to get up in the morning with all these like this like 1,000 pounds of muscle that you always wake up. Don't you fucking hate that? When you wake up and you're just like, oh, I'm too buff, and you can't get out of bed. It's like it's a morning struggle for me. Like, oh, I'm too fucking jacked. My bad. I can't come to work today. And your boss is like, it's cool, bro. I get it. I didn't even get off work either. I'm too jacked also. So that's why I made Nickel Nips the main character instead. He's just more down to earth. Fuck. It's time to do some line art. Real G pen. Oh shit. No, I didn't stab a baby. God damn it. Everybody shut up for a second. Let me draw fucking Crouton's beautiful eyes. I did not stab a baby. Alright? My cult, I mean my fucking legal team, that's the word, will have a word with you if you spread slander like that again. I'm not gonna complain. I will sue you. Do you see what I am capable of? Imagine how much money I have. From I just shit this out. I could imagine if I put my mind to it. Think about it. Think about who you're talking to right now. Punk. Don't you understand? Pointy ears. I forgot it's D&D. So I have to put some pointy ears in, alright? Oh, I forgot he was dirty. Oh, that was a big part of his character, is he's always dirty. Hey, no, you fuck. This is a high-end laptop. This cost me like $1,000. This shit is fucking quality grade. Bill Gates keeps on asking me if he can have this, and it's the only one. And I keep telling him no, because I have followers that need me. They wake up every morning waiting for my content. You just don't understand how hard it is to be me. Maybe you would stab a baby too if you were this busy. If this stressed, which I haven't stabbed a baby, but maybe you would. Maybe you would understand what it's like to be me if you walked a mile in my shoes. See, I don't stab babies. I give men, like, man-baby hybrids knives to stab people with. That's just the kind of guy I am. I fucking did the line art on the same layer as my paint. Fuck. Shit. No! No, stop clipping it. There's nothing to clip here. God damn it. Don't you understand how hard my life is? Now I have to get this fucking figured out. I have to make it work because I'm not doing it again. I'm not. I can't. Where did this part of my brain that could draw baby legs come from? I'm pretty sure if someone asked me to draw a baby leg before, I would not be able to. But these kind of look like baby legs. What did I get myself into? Why the fuck did I decide to draw wings on him? Do I have to draw each of these individual feathers? I'm not gonna. But I don't want to feel peer pressured into doing it. I need his fucking pitchfork hand to be more set off from the back. Yes. Didn't you read the fucking comics? I only posted them like every fucking century since the dawn of time. Sorry, I don't know where all this energy is coming from, guys. I'm just really tired. My sense of humor is destroyed right now. I'm just opening up another Dr. Redacted. Me neither. I'm sorry. Alright, hold on. Let me just finish up this fucking adorable little guy. Oh god, what am I doing? Alright. Alright, if I have to do the line art again, I'll do it again. I'm gonna make these colors work. I'm not gonna fucking redo all my colors. Fuck. I'm not gonna redo all my colors. That is my choice that I'm making right now. Okay, okay. Yeah, just so he doesn't have like this fucking. Oh, I'm using a fucking. Why is it already? Ah. Okay. For some reason, it's like it automatically goes to a fucking real eraser. If I wanted to use a real eraser, I would draw in real life, not with all these fake painting tools. Hey, how'd you know he's an Uglu? That comic hasn't came out yet. I was about to ask why he's blue, but I forgot he's an Azamar from Dungeons and Dragons. Yo, this guy did not come out nearly as naturally as this guy on the left. This guy I just fucking shat him out and he looked awesome. This guy, maybe it's because I was trying to draw someone ugly. I don't know. But I'm really struggling here. If I didn't fuck up, I probably would do the same thing, but I wouldn't have to like be so careful around the lines. Because right now I'm trying to be really delicate so I don't fuck up all the lines. Just hold on. I'm like the definition of working harder and not smarter, especially when it comes to this. I could literally just probably sit here for a weekend and actually learn how to use this program properly, but instead I have made up my own complicated, weird ways of doing everything, and I refuse to change. Fuck. One thing I want to try to start doing is making and naming my layers before I start the piece. But like, maybe. I don't know about that one. It sounds smart, and right now it would have helped me out of this situation, maybe. Um, but also I don't know. I just don't know. Oh, and I fucked up. This is bad. This is really bad. Shit. Damn it, guys. God damn it. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna blend it. That's what the fuck I'm gonna do. Just gonna blend these lines so it looks like shading. Yes. Yes, look. Yes. Maybe. Um, okay. Backup plan. Different layer. Get nade. If you're using Clip Studio, you can make a template document so all your layers will just be there every time you make a new document. Holy shit! That's genius. Okay. All right. I can fix the colors. That's that's what I can do. I can fix the colors. But I can only do that if they're on a separate layer. So I need to restart my line art. Just gonna do this really fast. It's not gonna take too long. It's not like this half open eye. So I'm gonna keep it. Stop. You're being too mean to me. Alright. His head's not round enough anyway. I decided he has AirPods now. So lazy eye. This is just an accurate representation of my eyes. In real life, my eyes are very bright orange. And one of them is like falling off my face. Oh yeah, he did have a single hair on his head. I knew something was missing. Thank you. Now the way he looks, he's like looking at Nickel Nips. It's like it's so much like sadness of what could have been. That could have been me. I could have been the main character. Instead, I'm just a weird flying blue baby with a knife. But his story was just too refined for the human palate. So we had to go with a much more safer alternative, which was Nickel Nips. Which I like I said before, I think we can all like get behind Nickel Nips, like his mind. Um I'm not even gonna get back into it, you know. We all know what it's like to be fucking super muscular and huge and have a huge penis, you know. We've all been there. You know, the everyday struggles of, you know, the average person. Goodbye. You have a good night, Elias. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate the company as I make absolute nonsense. Right. This is like the most effort I've put into a piece in a while. And that's kind of sad. I'm actually really sad. I really should be working on my comics because they would be really cool. I think they would do well. You know what? I'm gonna put this in one of them. This is gonna be the comic book cover. For it's not gonna be for the comic, of course. God no, I'm not gonna make this. But instead, I'm going to put this in a fun little background. Be like, oh, it's my favorite comic, Nickel Nips and Crouton. You know? You guys are experiencing history right now. Is the music too loud or is it just right? Or is it too quiet? Obviously they're security guards. Can't you tell by their uniforms? I actually don't know what they do. Um, they're actually completely like I can't control them anymore. They were designed for a specific purpose, but that purpose is now like long gone as they've developed sentience and are trying to fight back. Uh, and trying to take over my body and become the original host. Um, so I guess that's what they're doing now. Okay, here's what I gotta do. I have to just get rid of this old painting because it's got like bad line art. It's got everything. All right, let's start this off with good vibes again. Um, I just at first they weren't like these demon things until I wanted to put a D&D thing into it, and I didn't know what color to make Nickel Nips, and I was like, fuck it, I'll make him a tiefling and make him red. Then I wanted to make Crouton blue, just for them to match, kind of have like a dynamic there. And then I gave him wings because I didn't. He's so much shorter than Nickel Nips, but I wanted him to be in frame, so I just gave him wings so he could fly above, so people can see him. For my story, it's like a fucking Heobliro for that's actually part of the fucking thing in Abuibo is that the second part of the soul is slowly trying to take over the more you feed it with like your negative like actions and shit like that. And for the most part, their initial purpose was to take over the soul, but after a while, people started using them for like energy and shit like that. So for the most part, Heobliros are actually trying to take over as the host of the vessel, um, which is gonna like push the Kustiro, which is your soul, into the background, unable to control anything that's happening. No, I have not heard of the Philip experiment. If it's anything like my story, it doesn't exist. And if it does, my legal team will have a word with them. Just like how the Bible tried to rip off Crouton. Is it like funny or is it like cool? Because I like cool things. Also. Equally, I also like funny things. That's why fucking Love Advice from the Great Duke of Hell has like everything for me. It's got the funny faces, it's got the cool lore, it's got the intriguing story, it's got it all. It's a real thing that happened in the 70s? What? I'm gonna have to look this shit up. I think I like the idea of him wearing like an orange jumpsuit, like a prisoner. I do like creepy supernatural shit. I do love that shit. I try to put like some of that passion into a Weebo. But I also really like comic books and shit. And fuck! So that's kind of Glord, Fossil Fuel, and Barbara. Like the superhero aspect, the more fantastical, fun side of comics. Whereas a Weebo's kind of got the. It's both got a lot of humor because that's just kind of who I am as a person, but like a lot of the plot's gonna be like really fucking serious. Basically, a group of psychologists made up a person and wrote down everything about them, then summoned that person in seance? Oh. Whoa. That sounds fucking wild. So they created an entity by focusing on it intensely over a long period of time. Holy shit. I like it when like there's some shit that like you can just make up, and then you find out it's like almost like a real like actual fucking thing in real life, and you both feel awesome and sad at the same time because you're like, oh, this cool thing I made up is actually a real thing, but actually it's like, holy shit, I predicted science. Tulpas. Tulpas? What the fuck? That is not the name I expected. I expected something more serious sounding. Tulpa. Yeah, it's named after Jonathan Tulpa. This seems like such a thing my brother would draw. Me and him were thinking about making a comic called Braz and Ribs, and it was supposed to be like a fantasy world, but like the setting is kind of similar to like Onward, where like the fantasy people kind of like industrialized and shit and started acting more like 21st century people, but like had all these like fantasy creatures and shit. And then this story, it was supposed to be like if we were to animate it, it would have been like a movie, but it was going to be like a short kind of comic series. It's basically about these two stoners that end up like finding a human baby, and they don't know what it is because like the humans aren't around anymore. Um, and then they end up getting chased down by the government because the government wants the baby, and it turns out like the fucking human race, like the human race, fucking got taken over by like all these fantasy creatures and shit because they were destroying the planet and they were like waging war on each other, and so against their peaceful nature these fantasy creatures decided to kill off the human race to save themselves and like save the rest of the planet and shit. And then they made humans sound like they were like these horrible monsters and shit. and like describe them as like these unbeatable beings made of like stone and shit, and always like waged war even on like each other and shit. And then they were like, all right, give us the baby, we have to kill it. And then they found like the last like human reservation. They were actually kind of peaceful people. And it was gonna be this cool little story where Braz, the main character, was like this stoner and really had no ambition in his life, finally found like purpose in something and really actually focused on something he cared about. It was like it was gonna be both a really funny and like just shit post humor kind of story, but like this the message was also gonna be kind of cool. No, they don't stab the baby at the end, you freak. they, they, um, they, they return it to like its family, which is where it ended up coming from. I didn't come up with too much. There was gonna be this character named Bob. He was gonna be like the because they were gonna like it was gonna be like Smokey and the Bandit, where they were gonna be um chased around by like the sheriff of their hometown, um, who kind of fucking hates them, and then his deputy, who's like a super soldier, and he's like a fucking unicorn without a snout, and he like stood up on like his hooves, and he had like the Powerpuff Girl syndrome kind of thing, where he has no fingers, but he's still able to use like chopsticks and shit for some reason. Um, and yeah, it was a pretty fun it was a fun idea for a story, but I would only want to do it with my brother because we like it was originally his characters, and then I came up with like the story for it. He was gonna do like the art for it, because he was like he's a lot better at anatomy and shit, and he's more of like an artsy kind of person. I've always been the one that usually makes up like the stories between the both of us. Not to say he doesn't come with stories. He's got some really cool shit, and I can't wait to see when he posts it because they weird twist of the Mandalorian. Yeah, kinda. Also that I think it just kind of stems from a lot of stories. I was worried a lot of people would think it was ripped off of Ice Age because they find a human baby there, and then they have to bring it back to their like parents and shit. Yeah, so Braz and Ribs. Braz was supposed to be like a goblin, but like goblins in here are fucking huge. Um, and Ribs was just supposed to be this fucking frog thing who's actually like the smartest being in the universe. He just takes so many drugs. Um, and the dynamic between them is like, you know, Ribs knows what he's about, and like, you know, he's kind of like a mentor kind of figure for Braz. Also kind of a bad influence at the same time because they're both just, you know, they like to just chill out, and they end up, you know, paying rent late and shit, and they live they live in like a basement. It's also inspired by like Beavis and Butthead. It's inspired by a lot of things. Um, I do see a lot of Beavis and Butthead inspiration because me and my brother watched Let's Do America, and we thought that shit was hilarious. Yeah, I like to do a lot of goofy things, but I always want my stories to be kind of a reflection of real life. Of course, I don't see how the fuck I'm gonna make this anyway relatable, but I got a lot of like ideas. I might just next stream do a lot of my concepts of other story ideas. I think one of my favorite ones is Vidar. Honestly, I wish I kind of had a team I feel like I'd be better working with like a team or something like that with like my ideas. Um, because I like I get so distracted, and sometimes I get like just no motivation to do anything. But I got these cool ideas. But that's another reason why I want to like start working on something just so people can see, oh, this guy's got some cool shit. Let's work with him. Something I can sell myself for with. Um, but like I just gotta at some point just gotta get up and do something. And I think I want my first story to be Gleep Glorp, Fossil Fuel, and Barbara, because it's another story I'm like super like it's a story I really like because like Barbara, she's this fun little character. She, because like the whole funny thing is even in the title you hear the name Gleep Glorp, Fossil Fuel, and Barbara, and it's like, who the fuck is Barbara? Um, and even she thinks that like she talks about what she does, and whenever anybody asks, she goes, "I'm just a grocery store clerk." And then like every episode she shows that she is much more than just a grocery store clerk. She's amazing. She can do Indiana Jones style adventures for a bag of chips. She can fly to space and make peace with a monkey holding a gun. She can do anything. She's fucking amazing, and she can't see that herself because she's not happy where she is in life. And so she, for Last Story, calls herself just a grocery store clerk, and then I want her at some point in the story like say it with pride because she's Barbara. She's fucking amazing, which is what I think everybody should do. Everybody should realize they're fucking awesome at some point. It's a sweet little story. Fossil Fuel like peaked at a young age because he was this big superhero. Do the voice seem pitch context? What is that? It's a voicing pitch contest. Two comics I will 100% do on my own though. That is what I said. There are some that I would like to have a team for, but I think I really do imagine a Bleebo in my style, so that is something that I am going to have to um, be really hands on with. But some like there's a story I got called Vidar, super cool, based off Norse mythology. Um, that one's super cool. It's just I remember I just wrote this really cool scene, and I wanted to because I just had this like image in mind of a guy, like an older man, and he's like about to pass, and he's just sitting at the edge of like this beautiful cliff, staring out into the water. And he's like holding like this pendant or a ring or something like that, something from like his past. And like, as like the water like clashes and you see like the sun begin to set, he grips onto the thing in his hand and just looks up into the sky and almost like he's demanding the clouds. And he says, "I don't want to forget this one." And then a figure behind him, you don't really see what it is, but you hear it say, "You say that every time." And then it fucking cuts to the main character waking up, and then the main character is just, just some way too buff guy. um, what was it? I think his name was gonna be Dante. Um, and Dante was gonna be like, I think he was gonna be like he's a shoe designer. Um, and basically, the idea is that because in original Norse mythology, or at least from I think it still is this, the gods aren't exactly gods. They're just really respected, powerful warriors. and they're like incredibly powerful and shit. Um, and that's kind of the case in this story too, because the gods originate from like being a human that was worthy and um died in combat, like much other people who went to Valhalla. But they were just kind of a different breed. Um, so especially because if you prove to be worthy in one life, but you don't die in combat, you were just so formidable, and you end up dying somewhere other than just in the heat of combat, then your soul gets recycled through another life, like put through again with almost like the same experience and the same fire, and it will keep doing that until you live an unworthy life or until you die in combat, which is usually one of the two. But since the dawn of time, there was one soul that would prove itself worthy in every single life and would always never be killable in the battlefield. And since Odin's the Allfather, he usually just chooses his favorites and he calls them his kids, and he named this soul Vidar. And Vidar is just, he just keeps going. So I kind of based it off of the when I read the lore for, or the what is it? When I read the fucking thing for Ragnarok, I heard there was like this name that just showed up, and I've never heard of him before. Like he's never came up before ever, and his name was Vidar. And apparently he was considered the second most powerful god deity, second only to Thor. Um, he was one of Odin's children. And I was like, huh, that's weird. And he's such a huge deal, and no one ever fucking talks about him. Like he's not in any other lore, but he kills Fenrir. He's the one that brings balance to all of Ragnarok. He kills Fenrir in some renditions. He is there for the new cycle of life and becomes like the new head of the deities. And the reason why I made the main character a shoemaker is because in the original mythology, the way he killed Fenrir was he held open his mouth and stabbed him in like the fucking throat. With specifically a shoe made of all the shoe scraps from every shoemaker since the dawn time, made specifically for this moment, which is not going to be in the story. But I decided I wanted the main character to be like a shoemaker, and instead of the shoe being a literal thing, it is that he is the one that walked with men through the beginning, so he is the one that avenges him, because Fenrir is the one that kills all the humans. And yeah, it was just this cool story. His Valkyrie was going to be one of the characters. He ended up having his own Valkyrie watch him throughout most of his life. You end up finding out she's the one that said that you said that every time, because she's been in every single one of these cycles. I'm not sure where I want the story to start, but I do know that Ragnarok is coming, and he hasn't even had like a chance to be like a warrior in this lifetime. And the thing is, he doesn't remember his past lives. But like some of the things kind of lay dormant in them. It's kind of like the Avatar. Yeah, I come up with like a lot of really complicated stories, but I never really do anything with them. A lot of times I get kind of bored with the concept, I guess. But like I still like keep them cataloged in my brain for some reason. Ah, after I finish up this monstrosity, I'll probably end the stream. I'll probably end up posting this on Instagram just because this is the only thing I made all day. um, um, but yeah, I think I'll do some more polls. I might do some concepts next week. Do some cool story concepts for anybody who's interested in listening on more of these kind of ideas that I haven't really worked on. Oh, jeez, these fucking waves. No. This one is not going nearly as well. No. No. My brother, he's making up like a whole fucking language for his story. It's fucking nuts. He showed me a bit of it. It's like got like fucking characters and all this fucking noise. Like these like noise attributed to them. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do with this fucking monster. I think I'm just gonna put him in like the shadows of the background. There. Let's just I'm not even sure what the voicing contest even is. Is it like you pitch your story or something like that? And then you get like a team on it? Jesus Christ. Okay, that's exactly what I'm gonna do with this little abomination. I am just going to... I'm going to move him into the background. I'm gonna put like a gradient over him too. Oh yeah? I've always wondered about those contests. That kind of does sound like something cool, but I'm like worried that like I'll like how do I put this? I'll like lose like creative control over like my project. You know what I mean? Maybe it's just like a weird like worry, but I'm worried they're gonna be like, well, we wrote the script because we're the professionals and you can suck my butt, and I'm like, oh, fuck. All right, let's put some text on this. Let's finish this up. Let's call this a piece. Bigger words. Fuck. Nickel nips. And nickel nips and crouton. Crouton's revenge. I'm proud of this. Um, yeah. I think I'll call this one good. This one will be posted on Instagram. So if you want to like save it, put it on a poster, put it on your wall, kiss it before every night. I give you full support to do that. Anyway, I'm gonna call that a wrap to everybody. Thank you for coming by. It's been a fun stream. Definitely had a lot of fun conversations with everybody, and that was super nice. Again, remember, it's gonna be every Friday. I've decided I need to commit to shit. It's gonna be my first commitment. Maybe my next commitment will be making a comic. uh, but yeah, thank you all for stopping by.